Hello and welcome to another edition of the Desert Mountain Podcast. My name is Michael Craven, and I got a guest with me today sitting in. We normally have Kim Atkinson. Today we have John Lyberger. Hello, John.
Hello, Michael. How are you today?
I couldn't be better. We're here at the Pro Shop at Cochise Geronimo, overlooking
Cochise 18, Cochise 9.
Cochise 9.
Cochise 9. Both of them coming back to the clubhouse. So you couldn't have picked a better location. I mean, this is terrific.
Weather's beautiful. It's not too hot yet. We're still doing okay.
It's pretty good.
It's an appropriate location. We picked it for a reason. We've had some tournaments going on around here lately.
We have had a few tournaments here recently in the last couple of weeks. Great notable signature events for the club. We're fortunate here to be joined by Chris Storbeck, our golf and agronomy chair and board member, and Karen Ann Platt, who is one of our newer members, a little over a year, Karen. So welcome.
Let's give them a round of applause for Chris and Karen Ann.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, both of you.
Yeah, and as we get into this, we want to talk a little bit about the tournaments that we've had this week, Mountain Magic, Mountain Mania, and we have Sunshine Shootout coming up this week as well. But tournaments over the last couple of weeks have just been outstanding, and I know you both have played in these tournaments for many years. Karen Ann has played in the last two this past year. Thank you for your assistance this past year and as a marker. And I know your guest had to bail on you last second, but the year before you were in it as your first year. And tell us, what's that experience like, being somebody that's fresh and new and seeing it for the first time?
Yeah, thank you for having me here today. It's wonderful. Desert Mountain is such an exciting place. We've had great experiences with meeting the ladies. The tournament last year, my partner and I were lucky enough to win second place in the Shootout. So
wow.
Never had quite the experience with, the gallery around the 9th hole or 18th hole waiting, but that was sure fun. It was over the top. Coming from Santa Barbara, belonging to some great clubs there, we've had a lot of outstanding member guests, but literally Desert Mountain blew me out of the water. It was over the top, and couldn't get a guest this year. I was so disappointed, but I look forward to next year.
Next year's going to be even bigger and better. Each year we try to build upon what we've done the prior year, and when the planning starts right after the previous year's finished, and we have a meeting coming up this week to do a recap and to talk about the notes between golf and food and beverage and agronomy and hospitality and all the different departments that make it work. So we have some ideas for next year to make it even bigger and better, and that applies to Mania. Chris,
yeah,
how was that?
Karen Ann said she was blown away in her first year. You've had a lot of years to watch it grow and evolve to what it is now.
Yeah. I think this is our 20th year here at Desert Mountain. And,
wow.
I think there's one word to describe Mania. There's probably more than one, but fun comes to the top of the list. So I don't think anybody went without maybe a couple shots here and there on the golf course. So no, it's been fun to watch this evolve from the old days, as I'll refer to, and what we've come to to this year. It's every guest I think was blown away. They were excited. It started with the kickoff of the cart gifts, which you got to go pre-order online. And then you show up and you get a shirt that you're wearing today.
Model this for the YouTube watchers. I think a lot of people have seen it now, but all seven courses
yep.
represented on this Peter Millar Summer Comfort. How cool is that, Bobby? Did I hear Bobby
yep.
created this?
Bobby Berry put that together with Peter Millar G4. Because we have such great volume of players, 520 players in the event this year for Mountain Mania, we were able to order a custom one-of-a-kind product like that. Only Augusta National can do that because of the volume that they sell. And so we were able to order well over 600 shirts to make sure we had enough. We have, because you got to do sizes. You need, make sure you have enough larges, extra larges, et cetera, across the board. And what's left actually will go into a special limited edition inventory that we'll be able to sell. So for those that want a second one or weren't able to get one, we'll be able to buy one as well. The ladies event has grown as well. We had a record crowd this year, which was terrific. And we feel that with the volume that we have for the men's event, we can piggyback on that and actually do something really cool and complimentary for Magic as well as Mania.
Well, I think more and more women are getting excited about Magic because of the format, right? We get 3 different formats: better ball, the scramble, the shamble. So it's not traditional 3 full days of golf. I mean, you're out there for 3 days, but you're not having to hit every shot. So whether you're an avid golfer in a single digit and you love the competition, or you're having a goal of have a ton of fun and be with your best friend and kick around for 3 days to a bunch of great parties, terrific, just delicious food. There's something there for everybody, even if you don't win your flight or think that you want to, you're not looking at that as your target goal. Your target goal is really about food, fun, and friendship, and throw in a little golf.
A little golf gets in the way.
We may or may not have had cameras present for the fun aspect of that. So be on the lookout, this week for a Friday jam that may feature a lot of fun being had on both sides, Magic and Mania.
Oh, that's terrific.
But yeah, it'll be out this Friday. So I'm excited to put that out as well.
Plus, I love the surveys. We've been getting the surveys out right away, and we had a nice, I just got the ladies' Magic survey back, and the comments were very complimentary, and really you can tell how much fun people had. There was a couple constructive things in there that I thought were good that we'll pick up on for future years, and some really good ideas. And that's how we get it better each year, is by having that good, hard, honest feedback. And the men's survey is out. That's due back by Friday at noon. So I look forward to getting that information as well and seeing how we can grow and get better from there. Shootout, new Shootout, with the par 3s that we've used. We actually incorporated number 7 this year for Mountain Mania as a shootout for a couple of our flights as well. And I thought it went really, really well. I've heard nothing but just great reviews on making the shootouts to par 3. What have you heard, Chris?
Yeah, John, I think you and I were both over there with Todd, and it added a whole nother dimension to it. You stood there on 17, and you watched 17 and 18, and it you take a par 3 and you go, well, it's just a par 3, but it added a whole nother level of challenge into this. We might have seen a golf ball or two go into the clubhouse, some, people flying off the patio. But no, actually, what I heard is, A, it was a lot of fun. B, it sped things up. And everybody was able to be part of the action there. And so, my wife, for the first time ever in our membership here, finally found a partner that was able to play with her on a date. And, she had an outstanding time, got in a shootout, and same thing. Having people around these greens, that adds a little bit of a little more tension, a little more fun to it. So, but the seven adventure, unbelievable.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out how we can incorporate 7 on a greater scale, because it is such a terrific place down there. And it lends itself to just what you said earlier, fun.
Yes.
And, we've got, shuttles, and we can provide transportation, and it works out pretty well.
Just the shootout format in general is just so fun. And you get the spectator aspect, and, you feel a little bit like you're in a pro event on TV or something. Everybody's watching and puts a little extra pressure on. So
you got your buddies out there yelling at you, gambling on you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Exactly.
That peer pressure. The other thing too is, I've talked to a few members that said, "Hey, I'm not good enough to play in these events. I'm a 18 handicap." And I think the one thing I want to let everybody know is that these are all flighted. So you're going to be playing with people that are in your same group and that. And you should get out and having fun and experiences, because it is the experience. It's the fun friendship that you want to make sure that you're experiencing. So don't let your handicap hold you back on these things.
That's 100% correct. Same also, Karen Ann, you feel the same way?
Absolutely. The ladies, having the different flights and the shootouts, we had 3 different shootouts so that, the 25, 30 handicappers were not having to compete against the single digits. It was a lot of fun, but we have a lot of opportunities during Magic to both be competitive, but then also have a lot of giggles. It's a lot of fun. It's golf. You want to enjoy it.
Yeah, the contest we had on the opening night for Mania was a lot of fun. We tried something new this year. We called it the Splashdown. So we had a little kind of kiddie pool out there and a little 35-yard shot where we had 3 different stations, and you could buy 3 balls for $20 and try to hit it in. If you splashed your ball in there, that was worth something. So I think at the end of the day, we had quite a bit of money in the pot, as well as about probably 28 balls. So you divide that out, and it was a pretty payout. So it was cool. People enjoyed that. And gosh, they would have stayed, if we had lights, they would have stayed all night long. So
how many people put it in the pool?
I think we had 28.
That's incredible.
Yeah. But there was a lot of tries. There's a lot of people that went over and over and over.
We even had a couple hole-in-ones during this thing, didn't we, John, for the men?
We did. We had 2 hole-in-ones. One of our board members, Steve Cardinal, made a hole-in-one, which was pretty cool.
How about a round of applause for Steve?
You might as well give one to Philip Francis, too, because he made a hole-in-one.
Same hole, was it?
Same hole, same day.
Congrats.
Number 2, Cochise. A hole-in-one you're familiar with. Didn't you make a hole-in-one there a few weeks ago?
It must be hole-in-one month here at the Desert Mountain.
Yes.
I'm going to leave that to Todd. I think he's putting the pin placements in the right spot, so at least he's taking credit for these. I know of 4 guys that I witnessed 2 of them this month. So
that's incredible. The funny thing about Phil Francis, he's such a great player. He was kind of the world #1 junior at one time. He used to beat Mickelson like a drum at one time, and then just got burnt out. Golf, that'll do that to you. But Philip, still plays at a pretty high level. So he made a 1 for a net 2, which was kind of interesting. So
Speaking of hole-in-ones, I was playing yesterday with Mary Harrington in a team match. Mary.
Did she really?
Puts it in.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, we can't not. Congrats.
Gotta give my partner credit.
Where was that at?
That's awesome.
We were down at Gainey Ranch. I think that's one of the things about Desert Mountain that, yes, we've had Magic Mania, Magic Mountain,
Mania.
Mania, yeah. But there's so many opportunities. We have a lot of new members, and whether you want to be an 18-holer or you're new to the game and only playing 9, we have 9-holers, the par seekers. We have Ladies Tuesday play. There's groups throughout the mountain. So don't be afraid if you're not a good golfer. You've got an opportunity to come out and just make some friends and learn the rules. And even on Ladies Tuesday, they often will put players A, B, C, D. So you have the opportunity to learn the strategy from a good player as where are they hitting it, or how to read the greens, or what are some of the rules that you're not necessarily familiar with. So don't be shy and come out, kind of put more than your toe in the water, and you'll be so excited if you haven't been taking advantage of all that Desert Mountain has to offer with ladies golf.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The thing about golf is that 4 players can play together at different levels and all have fun. 4 players at different levels playing tennis, it's not so much fun. It's fun for nobody, because the better players are not getting the workout they want. The players that aren't as accomplished are just getting, they're being demoralized out there. So, golf is a great game that we can all play together at all levels.
Yeah, I think the other thing too, if you are a new member and you're trying to meet people, pick up the phone or stop by a pro shop and ask the pro, hey, this is my handicap and this is sort of the way I operate. Anybody you might want to put me with? Our staff does an enormously good job here of pairing people up, to make it fun. The other thing is golf chair. I really encourage people. We see a lot of spots on the tee sheets where there's just twosomes, husband and wife. Going back to when I joined here, that's how I met a lot of people I still associate with here. Is go out on those Sundays or any day during the week and partner up with a couple you don't know, because all of a sudden you may make your new best friends. You're going to have fun in 99% of the cases, but don't feel bashful.
Chris, in follow-up, my very first day I ever played at Desert Mountain, I signed up on a Friday. There were 3 other women on the tee sheet, and when I arrived to check in, the pro said, by the way, you joined a group. There's 3 tee times, so you might not be playing with who you're playing with. They're wonderful girls. So I'll give a shout out to Jane Rosenblum, because for the last year, every Friday, so graciously have included me. We don't care about what the score is. She makes a fun game, and we've been friends with these girls, for a year, and it's been so fun and welcoming. So put your name in a tee sheet, even if you don't know them, and make a new friend.
Yeah, that's what golf is about. That's how you get to meet people.
Well, the coolest thing about Desert Mountain is we talk a lot about the size. We have the 7 courses. We have a pretty large number of members. But what I just saw at these last 2 tournaments is there's still so much camaraderie. There's so much friendship among everybody. It's almost like, I think with our size, we have more camaraderie than clubs that are smaller. I guess that speaks to the membership, right? I mean, just a lot of really cool people out here.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, that's. I think my wife and I. That's what has kept us as excited about Desert Mountain as the day we got here was just the fact that there is camaraderie, there is fun, and you go to the tournaments, you go on a golf course any day during the week, and there's always something going on. So, and it typically filters into the bar or the restaurant afterwards.
It's that welcoming atmosphere that we all strive for, right? We're in a club with like-minded people, and I think our membership department's done a really good job over the last several years in the vetting process to make sure that you are the right fit. We're not just going to, admit somebody to a club that you might fail, because nobody wants that, the person coming in or the people that are already here. So you want to make sure that the couple, they're the right fit for the right club. And if they're not, there's other clubs that are the right fit. But I think Desert Mountain is doing a really good job in terms of managing that aspect of it, because that's where the fun really starts. And then it grows, as you said, 20 years, the relationships that you've built. Karen Ann, you've got a little while to catch up, but your relationships have already started. You're active, you're involved, and that's what it takes. I saw your name on a committee here recently, and I think the committees are. Chris can give a good plug for the committees because they're really the working lifeblood of what we have. They're committees where we take volunteers and those ideas are carried forward and put to the board, and the board makes the policy, and we'll execute whatever's out there. But we need those ideas. We need those members to step up and really help to volunteer and guide us to where we want to be.
No, I would, John. That's a good point, and that's. And it's just not the House and Golf Committee. We have a lot of people that want to be on House and Golf. Those seem to be the cool committees. What can I say?
Not the audit committee? What are you talking about?
I was on audit last year. Audit was rocking, okay? But it gives you, I mean, we're a large operation here. We have 725 plus employees. We'll do almost $100 million in revenue this year. So we're a large operation. And to be involved in finance and understanding just how complex this operation is, I mean, and you get to meet people again. I'm going to go back. You're going to get to meet people, and finance people like finance people typically. But, so I'm plugging my other committees besides the cool committees of House and Golf. So, but we do encourage people to definitely to get involved because it is a fun way to learn about the club. This is a complex operation.
We have such talented people here at Desert Mountain, both members and staff. I mean, we have so many members that have great work experience, life experience, that when they contribute back and give a little of their time and talents back to the club, we are just that much better. So if you haven't served on a committee or thought about it, consider it.
Karen Ann, sorry, John, I was just going to say this might be a good opportunity because you are a little bit newer, Karen Ann. You have a background serving on boards and committees in California. Is that true? Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
That's true. I served at our board of our directors at La Cumbre Country Club and served on each of their standing 6 committees before being elected to the board by our members. I also feel so strongly about golf, having food, fun, and friendship that I put together a group of 16 clubs in Southern California, the 4 primary clubs in Santa Barbara, because for ladies team play, nobody wanted to travel 3 or 4 hours for a match. So we got 16 clubs, and we did a rotation through, and I helped organize the bylaws and the charter and a few things so that we could stay local, have fun, play some really great courses, and have a lot of good friends that we could invite for member guests or guest days or whatever opportunity for golf. So it's a good way. I've always been involved and have enjoyed my time so far at Desert Mountain, and it's just the start.
Oh, that's awesome. And we thank you for that, and we look forward to a long relationship. Absolutely. So let's get back to tournaments a little bit. So we got Sunshine Shootout coming up this weekend. So couples member guest. So we just finished up our women's member guest, our men's member guest. Now we have our couples member guest, and we've got some, I'll call it the hat trick. We've got some that are playing all the way across the board. They've played, in all the other tournaments we had this year, but they're going to play in the third one this year, both the husbands and the wives.
Boy, that's some friendship.
Yes.
3 weeks of friendship.
3 weeks of friendship. So
No alternate shot, right, John?
I know alternate shots, so
Yes,
that's unfriendly.
We got rid of the lawyers.
Yeah, format is, let's see, what do we, I think we're scramble. So with the first day, it's husband and wife, 2-person scramble combined with the score of the other husband and wife with or significant other with 2-person scramble. Day 2, we switch. So you switch partners, and you have a male, female on each team, and we play better ball, select drive better ball. So it's a good format. It's a great event. It ties right into Spring Bash.
Is there a bash on Friday night?
There is a bash, the Monster Bash.
I haven't heard about that.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
How many people we have coming?
Last count, according to Greg, was 1,020 people.
Woo.
And, a little history lesson here. 5 years ago when Damon showed up here at Desert Mountain, he wanted to create a spring bash. And I think the first one we had just shy of 300 people.
Wow.
And over the course of the last 5 years, unfortunately, COVID hit us there for a little bit. But this will be the first time we've eclipsed over 1,000 person.
Wow.
That's
people.
huge.
Yeah, it's huge. So it's going to be a rocking night.
It'll be on the driving range at Coach East Geronimo.
Yeah.
We're full. I mean, can anybody still get in that?
It's full, so I won't speak for Greg, but if you are, last minute, it's always good to call member services and just, check and see if there's anybody that might have canceled at the last minute.
So a little something about the band coming.
Yes, I do.
Tell us about that.
6 Wires. So for those of you who have not experienced this, get your dancing shoes on. 6 Wires from Nashville. And this will be their 3rd appearance here. High energy, for folks in my age bracket, I guess. They play our music, it meets the club. Hopefully I'm not offending anybody. But last year we had a couple of special guests, the lead singer from Kansas and Skunk Baxter, who was with the Doobie Brothers. And, you never know who might show up.
I heard a rumor. I'm not allowed to say.
I heard a rumor there's something might happen.
Okay.
So.
No, it's not the Go-Go's.
It's not.
It's not the Go-Go's.
Can
You
I
mean your lips
twist-
are sealed? It's not the Go-Go's. That was a music trivia question.
Can I twist his arm?
He can, but he's got a big arm. I don't know.
It's funny. So again, this year we'll have Sunshine Shootout ends on Saturday. Is that right?
It is, and that's the social function for Sunshine Shootout is they
Right.
go to the Spring Bash as well.
That we were out here on Saturday last year. There were some people who were feeling it. They went to Spring Bash. They stayed a little late. They were feeling it a little bit on Saturday. So I guess that's a little bit of word to the wise. Just watch yourself a little bit. Still make sure you get in bed at a reasonable hour if you want to play well on Saturday.
We start that shotgun a little later on Saturday too.
Can you do that for the men's, John? Hey, the big call is you want to make sure you get your food when you get here before you start the beverage consumption. Chef Spee's going to be out there cooking up lobster and steak, so he's going to be a busy guy with that kitchen for Saturday.
That's a
Friday.
That's a pro tip right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can't believe it went over 1,000, but I will say last year was kind of the first big event post-COVID, and I think there was a lot of relief, kind of. Not that it was over or anything, but we had started to maybe see the back end of it, and man, was it fun. So I hope we can replicate that this year because there were, it's a big stage. It's a big event. It's a big band, and it's the real deal. And so when you get on that dance floor and you see it, you might as well be at music festival or something. It's pretty cool.
It really is.
So.
It really is. We're very fortunate to be able to do that, and I think we're starting to see more of our members stay just a little bit longer now. They're staying a little bit more into May and June. I'll tell you what, best kept secret, May and June are terrific up here.
Don't tell anybody, John.
They are terrific. I mean, the weather's great. July, August gets hot, and then we roll back into September, and then we start, getting back into our winter season. But summer season, we have some great tournaments lined up again. We have We do the Gila Monster, which is kind of like a superintendent's revenge. We do a cross-country tournament. We have a 4th of July tournament. We have a summer member guest, and we just have a lot of fun all the way through the summer as well. So if you're here this summer, as Karen Ann said, if you're new and you just come into the club, sign up for some of those tournaments. You know, if you don't have, if it's a partner tournament and you're looking for one, we'll put you with a partner. But most of them you can sign up as a single, and we'll pair you. We'll pair singles. Absolutely.
Yeah, those summer tournaments too. I mean, you know, not that we're serious. I mean, some guys get serious, but you know, the summer tournaments tend to be a free flow, have a lot of fun. You know, it's the 4th of July, it's the Memorial Days and those types of things. So it's a good way to get out and get, again, especially for our summer folks, which we love it here during the summer.
There's a lot more year-round members now.
Oh, yes.
Than there used to be.
There are. And a lot of the pros will play in a lot of the summer tournaments too. So they have a pro-am aspect to them, which is a lot of fun. So that's another way for us to get to meet some of the members that are here on a year-round basis.
Did you? One thing I wanted to go back to quickly is we talked about the size of Mania. Someone told me, and I don't know if you can confirm or deny. If you can't confirm it, maybe we'll just delete it off the podcast and we won't talk about it. But the size of it, it's got to be one of the biggest member guest tournaments in the country, right? If not the biggest for the men at least. Or,
I'm going with the biggest.
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't know of any other places that have a bigger member guest. And if there are, somebody call me and tell me, because we're going to beat that next year. We had 520 this year. I don't see any reason, with the 160 players on the wait list this year.
Yeah.
Well, why couldn't we get closer to 700? That doesn't surprise me. We've got the golf courses to do it.
Yep.
Most clubs close for the few days of member guest, and that's what they do. I could see us, having the majority of our members all want to play and participate. And, we'll try to make arrangements elsewhere or, just take a couple days off. We have a lot of golf days out here.
Beautiful.
But it's still quality over quantity.
Hey, I agree with that.
Desert Mountain is quality.
Well, like we said, I mean, we had the putting contests were great. We had the putting contest here the first day. We had a putting contest over by the driving range on the final day. Nobody drained that putt. Couple close ones.
So I think 17 inches. Bob Bumgardner was the winner of the overall putting contest, and I talked to him yesterday. We had a little tee it up for the troops event, which was fabulous up at Outlaw, and
He couldn't putt yesterday.
Oh, you played with him?
I watched him.
Oh my goodness! Wow, he definitely.
Sorry, Bob.
He performed at the right time because he got a nice payout, and he told me he gave his partner half, which I thought was very admirable.
That is.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Hey, John, why don't you go back for a second? We did tee it up for the troops yesterday, which was unbelievably special. And you want to give a little background on that?
Absolutely. Yeah. Tee It Up for the Troops is an organization that actually helps military veterans and their families. They provide programming for suicide prevention, PTSD, mainstreaming back in after coming back from service. And they do a lot of really good things. And this year they partnered with the Medal of Honor Society. We had 5 Medal of Honor recipients at this event yesterday who all played golf and had incredible stories. And they were just they were so heartwarming to see how much they appreciated what our members were doing and playing and participating in the event, that we just want to make that an annual event each year, being this is our inaugural year. I can't say enough good things about it. I was asked to MC it, and I loved every minute of it.
You did a great job.
Oh, thanks. We had a Medal of Honor winner, Jim McLuhan. He sung the national anthem. We had a fella, Frank, that came up and spoke afterwards at the awards presentation. And
Very moving.
Very moving.
Yeah.
So touching. There wasn't a dry eye in the house.
There were not.
He was a 2-time Bronze Star recipient, 2-time Purple Heart recipient. He was funny. He steps up and he says, okay, I'm a 2-time Bronze Star recipient, 2-time Purple Heart recipient. The Purple Heart, that doesn't mean too much. That just means I couldn't duck fast enough.
Yeah.
He goes, but the Bronze Star was something that really meant to him.
Yeah.
And when he talked about, he was a medic, and they called him Doc, and he went out there because he didn't want to send any of his men out there who just got back from a little tour. He says, I'll go because I know we're going to take on fire, and I want to be there, and I want to be the one to take care of people. And as he's out there, getting fired upon, trying to help others, and others go to help him and save his life in the course of action, it was just so powerful and so meaningful.
It put things in perspective, I think, for us, because we get to be up here and enjoy this beautiful property, and we play golf and we have a great time. And when you hear those stories, it probably makes you appreciate it even more, because it just puts things in perspective, what people have to deal with to ensure that we're able to enjoy
to be free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's pretty, yeah.
And I really want to give a big shout out to our membership. I talked to the organizer, and this club supported this thing wholeheartedly. We sold it out through the membership, and so my hat's off to all of us out there that did this. And we have a lot of vets here too, which was very nice to see. And so again, thanks to the membership for stepping up on this thing.
Absolutely. I was a little nervous at first. Tim Wegshot and I, who was the chairman of the Tee It Up for the Troops, we started talking before COVID about doing an event here, and we love to support our police and our fire, and we thought the Tee It Up for the Troops would be a natural fit. And COVID happened, talks went silent, COVID's over, Tim and I reunite again, and we start talking, and I said, Tim, it's a tough time of year. It's, we're still busy. I said, let me see what we can put together. And so we found the Monday after Mania to be a really good spot for us. And I said, Outlaw is a terrific venue to hold events. There's no homes around Outlaw, which, kind of protects balls that might go wayward. It's easy in, it's easy out. You don't have to drive up through the property 10, 15 minutes to get to one of the golf courses. And let's give that a go. Let's give it a try. And I talked to Chris and the Golf and Agronomy Committee, and they were like, yeah, do it. Absolutely. Damon was like 100%, behind it. And so we did it, and it went really well, and it went better than I expected it to go. And when Tim said, hey, I said, I want our members to have first right of refusal. He says, okay, well, if we don't fill it up, I need to get out and market it to the other clubs and so forth. He really couldn't market it to anybody else. We filled it up with our members, and it was great. And it was an eye-opener for me to go, wow, I haven't been here that long. It'll be 4 years in October, and I'm still trying to figure out, what are the right things to do and don't do, and what's going to be supported. So I'm glad we took that chance, glad we had the opportunity to do it, and very, as Chris said, very grateful and appreciative to the members for their support.
I think that's going to be coming back every year. I would be surprised if it didn't.
Absolutely. It's something the club should be very proud of. I mean, we're doing the right thing for not only the veterans and these folks that give their life for our country, but also for the game of golf.
I can see it growing. I can see us doing a dinner the night before with, some great stories of courage and valor and what's taken place. And if we're still tied in with the Medal of Honor Society, some of those stories, which are so powerful, and what they're doing today, I could see that being kind of the kickoff with golf the next day, and even growing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yep. Even growing.
It was surreal to be, when you meet one Medal of Honor recipient, that's incredible. And to have 5 in the same, room, if you will, there out on the lawn, you almost can't believe it that they're all there together.
It's incredible.
Pretty incredible.
Guys that go in and pick up hand grenades to save an entire battalion, and unfortunately end up getting an arm blown off because, they're trying to save everybody else just to get it out of there. It's just these people are wired differently. They just that's what they're put on this earth to do, is to protect others and to protect the freedom that we all enjoy on a daily basis. And for that, we say thank you.
Yeah.
Somebody said that, we heroes are, people mistakenly call celebrities or, whatever. Those are the real heroes. So that was really cool to have them.
Yeah, Vicky Dreyer, our lady that works for us up at the ranch, she runs the horse program and so forth. She's a Gold Star mom. She had a son that was lost in combat, and she spoke yesterday about heroes. And for her, heroes are people that are there supporting the cause. Heroes for her are people that say a prayer at night and and try to, ask God to protect those others that are out there fighting for our country. Heroes are people that they get involved and want to provide more services to these men and women that really need it. So I was touched by her words as well, and I think tying that back into tournaments, that was just another great event that we did here at Desert Mountain.
Absolutely.
Thank you again to all the membership that came out for that yesterday, and all of these events and tournaments that we've been having. And I don't know. I mean, I think we've covered a lot. Can you think of anything else you'd like to touch on? Either of you, Karen Ann, Chris, John, anybody?
In terms of pulling these events off, we have to take a moment and recognize the staff.
Absolutely.
It goes from the very top to
Give them one of those.
let that go for a minute.
Yeah, right.
To the outdoor staff. People are friendly, they're helpful. You arrive and things are organized and they're set up and there's a game plan, and occasionally when the game plan takes a small turn one way or another, there's an opportunity that it gets right back in line, and the main focus is on service and fun and a great time. So John, to your staff and all that, the kitchen, the food service, the groundskeepers, there's just such a team that pulls together in order to make things like this come off seamlessly. So couldn't have done it without everybody's contribution.
Well, thank you. And I got to tell you, it is a team effort for sure. We spend a lot of time together. We all like each other, which is good. We all we're all there for the same common goal. We want the best for the members. And I got to tell you, it trickles all the way down to, I was watching Kaylee, who's one of the gals out on the cart girls, and she was out there and she was servicing the members, and I came in the back door from one of the shotguns, and she's back there and she's got a Sharpie and she's writing on the cups. I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Oh, I'm writing different messages, to the members, like, worst 3 words in golf is "you're still away," or, "pick it up, it's good," or, whatever she had her phone, she was Googling stuff and she was writing. And so I had members that came in and said, "I got this cup and I had these sayings on it," and then telling us the story about how awesome this person is. And I was just like, those are the little touches that you can't teach. She just did that on her own, and it was a huge hit. And just the customer service, the happiness that people have, it's infectious, and it goes on and on and on. And I'm so happy, for our staff, and so happy for Greg and his team, because it wasn't always like that. I mean, it was always, kind of like, well, we can't do this or we can't do this. Now it's like, how are we going to do this? Let's try to figure this out together. And member, if you remember the ladies member tournament, we had rain.
Oh.
I tried to wait it out, and we had to do all the right things. And I took a little bit of heat because we had to wait it out. But at the end of the day, it was the right decision.
Totally.
And we came back in the afternoon. The weather cleared just like we thought it was going to be. We got 9 holes in. We played 27 the next day. We played our event all the way through. We got our 5 9-hole matches in, and it worked out beautifully. Little inconvenience. Greg and his team stepped up. We had some food and drink service that wasn't going to be offered or part of the tournament. We took care of that. We just did it, and we made it happen, and it was a huge success. And I got to tell you, in old days, that wouldn't have happened, and I'm very appreciative for Greg and his team.
Yeah, I can't echo any more what you two both have said. I mean, if I had it once, I had it 20 times from both our members and guests of just how good our staff is. Yeah. And it has improved. Someone that's been here as long as I have, the answer is yes. Let's figure this out. There's a team effort here amongst the staff, all the way from Damon's management team all the way down. So, next time you're stopping by a golf shop or a restaurant, say thanks to the employee there standing there, because we got great buildings, we got great golf courses. Our staff's what makes it all happen. So
thank you, Chris. And I can't forget my other brother, Todd. He's done a great job, he and his team, on the golf courses. Yes. Golf courses have really come a long way. They're doing really well, and I'm very appreciative for the team that he's put together and what he's doing. I mean, he's a real scientist. He gets down in the dirt and kind of figures it out, and he's a great guy to work with.
We're sitting in his office today, too.
We are.
If you could ask him if he could figure out where the switch to the wind machine is, we'd really like that in the off position.
I don't know, Chris, after 20 years, does that ever go off? I don't know.
It does go off. This is not one of the years I think it's going to go off. He brought the rain when he first showed up here,
Yes,
so
he
we
did.
thanked him for that. I'm not sure we told him it never rained in the desert when we interviewed him. So
What a mistake that was.
Yeah, well, it usually didn't, but he came. So, but and by the way, just to add to what John said, Todd's just getting started, so give him some time. Over the next 24 months, you're going to see some even better conditions. He's not happy. What I found with Todd is he's a guy that's always looking for the perfection, always chasing it.
He is, and fits in well with everybody else that's on the team. So we're all searching for that, perfect model best we can. I'm a Virgo, so I always want perfection. So that's just my nature. It is what it is.
I love it. I think the takeaway is there's some great things going on. Nothing but real positive vibes here, and it's only going to keep going up.
Be happy.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, we're playing golf.
We're playing golf.
And living in this world, you
Beautiful.
gotta be happy. If you're not happy here, I can't help you.
It's food, fun, and friendship.
That's it. Well, thank you so much for both being on the podcast today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Michael,
My
for
pleasure.
everything.
Thank
and
you. Yeah,
I was going to say we just look forward to having all of our members come out and continue to enjoy tournaments, because that's what we were talking about earlier. We digressed a little bit, but tournament week is really what we're talking about.
And, we did talk about some of the holes in one that happened at the tournaments and outside of the tournaments. So let's kick it as we always do during these podcasts, kick it back to the studio quickly just to hear about the holes in one and Eagles and, just great shots from the past week. And we'll be right back.
Thanks so much, Mike. Thank you, John, and hello, members. Quite a few holes in one on the mountain this week, so let's tee them up and get to it. Brenda Williams, Friday, April 30th, an eagle on number 13 Outlaw. That's our lone eagle to report this week, and believe it or not, folks, the rest are holes in one. Jack O'Keefe, Sunday, May 1st, a hole in one on number 9 at number 7. Lynn Giebelhausen, Sunday, May 1st, a hole in one on number 3 at number 7. John Henninger, Monday, May 1st, a hole in one on number 11 Geronimo. Nicole Corcoran, Monday, May 2nd, a hole in one on number 2 Cochise. And last but not least, Nancy Conklin, on Wednesday, May 4th, a hole in one on number 13 at number 7. So including both holes in one at the Mania tournament, we have a total tally of 7 holes in one this week by Desert Mountain members. Absolutely incredible. Mike, John, back to you.
All right, Patrick, thank you very much. I think that's about it. We did about 40, almost 45 minutes, guys. How did it feel? Was it your first podcast for each of you?
Here at Desert Mountain is not my first. But
Kind
I
of
was
a
with
pro.
great company.
Okay.
My first.
Okay. Well, you made it through.
Yeah.
Survived. And I do really appreciate though both of you coming and being on. We're always fortunate to have members when they come in and join us, and we really appreciate both of you coming.
Thanks for all your efforts.
Thank you.
Thanks for everything you and Patrick do. You guys have been awesome, taking pictures and videos and getting all these great shots from around the mountain, and each week putting these Friday jams together with Kim and Margaret and John.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. So thank you.
Thanks, John. We got the best job on the mountain. Our only job is to take all the fun that everyone's having and make it live forever in the form of photos and video. And so I can't ask for a better job than that. So
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for listening. We will see everyone next week. And until then, we will see you around the mountain.